Hello and welcome to another edition of Table Talk. I am Lauren Brandt with the Star Herald, and today I am joined by ReNae Garton and Angela Kembel. So ladies, as this holiday season gets ready to ramp up, what are some of the activities the community can expect for the holidays?
Well, for the two of us, of course, parades in Scottsbluff and Gearing are two things we're particularly passionate about. So I'm the director of the Scottsbluff Parade, and ReNae is heading up Gearing's parade, and we're excited to see that be a fun community option the weekend right after Thanksgiving again this year.
Okay. And so what day is Gearing's parade?
The Gearing Parade is November 29th, the Friday after Thanksgiving.
Okay, and then Scottsbluff's is after that?
Sunday.
Okay.
Yes, Sunday, December the 1st at 6 p.m.
Okay, and they're going down Main Street or for both? Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
So what event kicks off all the downtown activities? Is it the parades?
Yes. In Gearing, the kickoff is always the parade, and it leads to the Santa Village, which is our biggest event of the year. So that is our holiday kickoff. It's always the marking of the holiday season in Gearing.
Okay.
Yep, and same for Scottsbluff, of course. The parade kind of signals the beginning of the holiday shopping season. Of course, Black Friday is a holiday unto itself, but the parade is the real holiday, in my opinion, and that happens downtown in Scottsbluff, of course.
Okay. And why do the two towns come together to host all of these festivities for the holidays?
I don't know if I'm over-speaking, but I think that Scottsbluff and Gearing are essentially a unit. I mean,
Yes, absolutely.
We have two separate identities, but at the same time, we're very together in what we do and what we care about as a community. So these parades speak to that because ReNae and I will often combine our efforts in cross-promoting our parades. So floats are encouraged to enter both parades. Both are free registration, and so it's a great way for businesses and groups to get in front of as many people as possible, and we're so glad to provide that opportunity because it's fun for kids, but also free advertising avenues are needed, and this parade is really powerful to do that.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So you mentioned, the Christmas in Santa Village in Gearing. How long has that been going on? And for people who don't know what that is, kind of describe that for them.
Okay. So this is the 14th year of our parade, and this is the 18th year of our Santa Village. For those of you who have not had the opportunity to visit our village, every Saturday between Thanksgiving and Christmas, we open up, we have Santa, and people can come and visit Santa and explore our buildings. We have, I believe, 8 different buildings that the kids can come and explore and have fun in. Santa, of course, visits each child and gives them a goodie bag, and then everybody can have hot chocolate and cookies. We have different buildings, as in a church and a bank. There's a jail, an igloo, just different buildings where the kids can explore and interact in, and there's different things going on. So it's just a fun family activity.
Okay. And where is that at this year?
That is in the Civic Center parking lot.
Okay. Okay. So it will not change
No.
this year. Okay. Awesome. And so we talked a little bit about the parades and how it's a good marketing avenue for businesses and everything, and that it's free. If I want to sign up my business, who do I get a hold of?
So I'm pretty easy to find, but through Cappuccino and Company or through the Downtown Scottsbluff Association, and I'm just having people register by sending me an email this year.
Okay.
So when anybody reaches out and asks how to register, I give them my email address and they send me the name of their float or organization, contact person's name and phone number, and that's all I need. And then we're lining up between 5 and 6 p.m. the night of the parade at the Bluffs Middle School parking lot, and that's where we'll kick everything off.
Okay. And then where does the Gearing Parade lineup start at?
The Gearing Parade lineup is at Gardner Park, which is 1 block west of Loaf and Jug in Gearing.
Okay.
Also with us, we're lining up about 4:30 to 6 o'clock. The parade starts at 6, and we go from there south down 10th Street.
Is there a deadline for people to register for both parades, or are you kind of open to? them showing up?
Not really, just
Okay.
show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. I mean, a heads up is great, especially if there's any last minute change or anything, then that's why I like to have people's phone numbers. But last year we had somebody join us in the parking lot at the very last minute and we put them in the lineup and away we went and we're good.
There's no assignments or anything. It's our registration forms are available on our Facebook page, the Gearing Merchants. Otherwise, they can also contact myself.
Okay, awesome. And how long have these parades been going in both communities, and then how long do they typically last every year?
I think the parades, they've been a pretty consistent thing, for the last decade or two. And the parade in Scottsbluff is running just over an hour at this point. In the last few years, I've tried to add as many floats as possible, not to bore people, but because there's just so many great organizations here in town, businesses, creative people with float ideas. And so the parade has grown and I'm really happy for that.
And for Gearing, has it grown at all?
It is. It is growing every year. It's so wonderful to see so many groups come out and the creativity of all the
Yeah.
people. It's just neat to see.
Yeah.
It really is.
Okay. And so during the parade, I know that there's also going to be a food drive. How did that idea come about?
Well, we always come up with a theme for our parade, and we were tossing around some different ideas. And Carrie from Fresh Foods, she came up with the idea of a taste of Christmas. And so along with that, we decided to do a food drive. And this year, this is our first year of doing it. We'll see how successful it is. And we are doing it for the Doves program.
Okay. And so during the parade, will there be people walking along the sides?
Yes, we have some junior high kids that will be helping us gather stuff during the parade. And then we will also have a donation box each time that the Santa Village is open.
Okay. And then what are some of the items that you're looking for from the community?
They are looking for non-perishable food items, canned items, and then like the essentials, paper towels, toilet paper, reusable plastic containers, stuff like that you don't normally think of with a food drive, but they are in need of that kind of stuff.
Okay. And this goes all the way through Christmas, I'm
Yes.
guessing? Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. And so there's also going to be a Christmas community tree this year, is what I've heard. Where is that going to be at? And then if I want to contribute an ornament to it, how do I go about that?
Christmas community tree, we have a real tree that's been planted in the 18th Street Plaza now. So the city of Scottsbluff was tremendously helpful in getting that done. And so now there's a tree there, it's taking root and we're hoping that it's going to grow with our community. They say 1 foot to 2 feet a year, depending on conditions. So that's going to be amazing. So over time, that's going to be a really great, central visual icon in the plaza, year round of course, but especially at Christmas time. So we're going to have a Decorate the Tree event on Saturday, the day before the parade, which is on Sunday. And that'll be in the afternoon. There's a Facebook event page for it. Anybody from the community is invited. We'll see who's there, all hands on deck, and we'll decorate the tree. And I'm really excited to see this become a yearly tradition, and cutting down a tree every year and putting it up started to feel a little bit wasteful. It was also very labor intensive, not gonna lie. But tossing a tree every year was sad, and so I wanted something sustainable. And artificial trees are ridiculously priced.
Right.
They
And
are.
so,
And then you gotta fluff them just
you
right.
do,
They
and
lean.
store them and all kinds of things. And so
Yeah.
this tree is, I think, a really good representation of what we believe in as a community. We're a community where things grow and where families work on things together. And I'm so excited for what this could represent. So we'll get that decorated on Saturday, and then it, along with the lights downtown on Broadway, will come to light right before the parade begins at 6.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. And so who came up with this idea with the community tree? It kind of sounds like something you
I decided we needed
Okay.
a tree in the plaza some years ago when I started doing the Christmas parade, just because I like to have kind of a focal point. Christmas trees are awesome. Yes, they're in store windows, but being able to walk up to one and touch it or take a picture in front of it is a nice thing. And so started with getting real cut trees and putting those in the plaza, and every year the wind threatens to blow them over, and I'm out there with ropes and ties and trying to keep the tree upright. And I thought there has to be a better way.
Right.
So after looking into the artificial tree option and doing a little bit of fundraising toward that, then I was able to work with Mark and Amy Westfall and their tree farm and get a really great tree from them. And then Mark was able to get that planted here recently with the help of the city. So just a really good collaborative effort that came together almost surprisingly in the last month.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. And are there any other efforts in the downtown area that people can expect this holiday season?
Small Business Saturday is
Okay.
the day right after Black Friday. So I'm encouraging everybody to come to their downtown Scottsbluff and Gearing both and make sure that they visit their favorite merchants, but also pop your head into ones that you haven't visited before.
Okay.
Small Business Saturday is just a reminder of how important it is to keep local commerce alive. It's easy to assume that businesses don't have what you're looking for, but that might not be true. A lot of our retail stores are trying to diversify and bring in things that their customers want. And so the more involved that we have a downtown, shopping group, the more people that do that, the better our downtowns are going to be. They're going to thrive. Jobs stay in the community. Somebody's teenager can get their first job at a store downtown, for example, and it really gives back in a way that we don't really think about sometimes.
Right. Okay. And then is there anything else you want the community to know as the Christmas and Thanksgiving season kind of kick off in a couple weeks?
We're excited.
Yeah.
We're excited. The parades are going to be really fun. The community always comes out in force. We see so many people at both parades, and I love
And it
that.
grows. The crowds grow every year too.
They do.
It's- Yeah.
They do. Last year we had a hard time kind of keeping them back off the street.
Yes.
So
That's
just
a good problem.
yeah. Put a note
Yeah,
to
there's
everybody
so
that
many
comes to the
people.
parade this year: stay back so nobody gets smushed.
Yes.
But
Yes.
it's great. They're growing every year, and we're excited to be a part of it.
And it's getting to be a tradition, I believe. Everybody's families coming back home for the holidays, and they just know that these events are happening, so they plan around it.
Yeah.
They plan for it.
That's true.
So,
And last year when the Capitol Christmas tree came through, we had the Scottsbluff Parade on a Sunday for the first time, and it was weird and wonderful, and so that's why we decided to do Sunday again this year. And I think it helps us prep and prepare just a bit more than having it on a Saturday right after a work day.
Yeah.
Of course I have the coffee shop, and so I'm thinking a little selfishly too, like we just served a bunch of coffee today, we need a quick break. So
Yeah.
Sunday's amazing for that, so I'm excited to see how that goes this year at 6, and maybe some people that had gone out of town will have time to come back and
Right.
catch it maybe at the end of the weekend before getting back into their week.
Okay.
So that's what we're hoping for.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, again, thank you ladies for joining me. This is Lauren Brandt with the Star Herald. Thank you for joining us for Table Talk.